One more time we go at it. You know, it's always one more time because you just don't know if you're ever going to get another time. It's conventional wisdom. Having said that, let me say something very unconventional. Outside of all the people that have died from COVID 19, 197,000. I'm going to do some math with y'all here in a second so everyone will see where I stand on the situation. They do no comparative numbers to this is how many people dies regular in a year, and this is how many people have died this year. I need you guys to understand this. Let me just break it down to you. Even if you had, I don't know, 500,000 people die every year in this country, there's millions of people being born all the time. Right on? Every year there's millions of people born. Every year. I don't know if you can't have the so-called concerns for population growth. You can't have the type of population explosions that have taken place. Obviously, without there being a robust replenishment of the numbers. Having said that, how many people do you think would be like, so in your mind, I want you to go ahead, I want you to think about how large some of these states are, how small some of them are, and how densely populated and how lesser populated, right? Or more spread out the populace is in some of these states. And you'll get what I'm getting at. How many people do you believe die every day per state? And then what would be the average if you had to do it? And let's just say we dialed it down to a number. Let's say 20 is the average per state. Does that sound like a lot of people? I live in Washington State. There's 7 million and some change people here. If 20 people died every day, right? You at 10 days you have 200. So at 100 days you have 2,000. So at 300 days you have 6,000. And then we'll just do the 2, 4, 6, 1,200 to the 6,000, so 7,200, and then another 5 days, so 7,300 altogether, right? That would be per state. Why I'm saying this is because every year you'd have, let's say, 350,000. Let's just say 400,000 people died every year in the U.S., right? Nationally. That sounds like a lot of people, doesn't it? But it's actually really not. Because how many babies do you think are born every day? Less than 20? Really? See, it's that type of thinking that you need to get into your mind. Right on? What are the real numbers? Will they even tell us the real numbers? We already know that most statistics are skewed. So even if they tell you that 197,000 people have died, the concern would be that 197,000 people plus another 250,000, right? Almost 260,000. Do you follow what I'm saying? Have died outside of the regular number. So you would have your 260 roughly right now, plus another 197,000. If the number of people were closer to a little over 500,000, right? You know, or just right, getting to 500,000, I should say. Excuse me. I I could see what you're saying. I could rock with that. I really could. But the problem becomes that there's no clear information. Let me give you one. How many old people do you think are dying every day in Italy right now? What, they all of a sudden just did a miracle and the old people just stopped dying? I need you guys to understand this. They've ruined everything, and they don't have a way to tell the people that they've ruined everything. I can't stress it enough. your stock market, your so they're all diviners and sorcerers of the like. And they people ask you, what's the difference with you? Is I depend on a different source of information to come to my conclusions more times than not. Having said that, the question is, my friends, my brothers and sisters, family, foes and adversaries alike, where are the true numbers to know how many extra people have died outside of the norm? Thank you very much. Because this year they act like everybody died of corona. Y'all, they've acted like all of us are gonna get sick and die. My brother Andre Wickham, who was talking about this, he sent me the article, and I don't know if I ever put it in the video, but it was crazy. The guy has a heart attack. Okay, everybody, his family says he had a heart attack. The ambulance said he had a heart attack. Dude gets into the hospital, and the doctor said, "Guess what? You know it, corona." Wow! Can you believe that? So when you have to contend with that level of scandalous, just unscrupulous nonsense, it tells you everything. And my only question, brothers and sisters, is how many people more have died? So if there's 197,000, boom, I'm going to give you the 197 from corona. How many more people have died? Right. Until that question is answered, you need to start really looking at what actually did people die from? What are the causes of their death? You know what I'm saying? Like, what killed them? Yeah? Yeah? You feel me? Am I tripping? I hope I'm not tripping, y'all. I hope I got it right. Because Nick Man has just been thinking about it. And it's been on his mind. And I couldn't do what I had intended. My original intention was something a little more flamboyant. And I just don't need the trouble. So, right now as we speak, just in case you guys didn't know or don't believe me, they plan to try to derail me again. This is what it is. But they'll fail this time. You see, justice is the right thing, even when it makes you uncomfortable. Integrity, doing the right thing, even when you do not have to, when it is not requisite. So you're not being forced to do the right thing. You understand? You're just doing it all on your own. That's integrity, my friends. And justice is the ability to properly deliver retribution and punishment in the folds that it is deserving. Come on. Though it may bring discomfort. Come on. That's justice. It's going to make the people uncomfortable to do the right thing. It's going to make you uncomfortable to look into these things and to understand them for what they are. I'm not always comfortable speaking on these things, but I must, because if I do not, I am irresponsible. And then, once again, I call people like that the devil. I refuse to be the devil. There's a reckoning right now. There's a reckoning right now in this country. You see, I may have been the only one to say what I said, and I'm going to say it again. You can't win going toe to toe. You'll get slaughtered like that. But I blessed you to say that. That's all I said. You just can't win going toe to toe. I hope y'all been listening to me and really understanding. Boy, if my people, if y'all don't read between the lines. You can't win going toe to toe. Facts. It's okay though. Nick Man has done nothing wrong. He has simply reminded you to not go out there and do anything foolish or unruly. Anything that would bring you trouble. Anything that would bring you immediate harm. Yeah? Be wise, brothers and sisters. But at the same time, protect yourselves and protect your homes and all that you hold dear to you. Protect it with your life. For if you lose your life, you have nothing else to protect it with. Understand me. I'd rather Corona kill me an infinite number of times, okay? Before I ever let somebody beat me across my head with a billy club, tase me, or shoot me down when I've done nothing deserving of. Come on. We all know the difference between somebody who had that coming and somebody who clearly you've gone out of your way to be fucking with them. Right? Don't worry. It's all coming. It's all coming. And I just can't wait until my people get to see just how real it's going to be in that day. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I keep trying to deliver the message as the messenger. I wouldn't advise you try to shoot this messenger. This messenger doesn't have any guns, but he does own sharp swords. He's not afraid to use them. Having said that, I can't believe that you would believe that just because they told you something that is the truth. My objectivity to the numbers brings me to the logical conclusion that the 197,000 is actually underreported number of deaths. Thank you very much. If you had so few people dying every year, the population would grow exponentially without any way to tame it. Right. I just need to understand this, is that they have gotten the entire American public, so-called American public, and those who think they're American, those who are just nationals of another country, and blase. They've gotten all them on the jive and the nonsense, and they got you in on the jive and the nonsense, and they got you believing that if you wear a mask on your face, where's my mask at? It's my mask right here. Yeah, you know. So I look civilized, right? Because an old white lady gave it to me. And I said, oh, why not keep that? Probably come in handy. And months later, mandated that you have to have one of those things. Oh, cool. Nice. And while I still have my own stuff to put together here real soon, I don't care. I'm in no rush. Why rush when people think that they're smarter than me? They all think they know more than me. You know, I told you guys I would rather be dusty than dead, right? That's a fact. I'm so dusty that I own so many tools, power tools, that I'm actually able to help people do things. Actually able to do things on my own. Don't need the help so much as it is I just need to gather the information to do the work properly. Come on. See, this is the problem with people, is that they would rather believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Do not. That's the bottom line. Don't believe the hype. I said, can you count suckers?